Mic check. Mic check. From Hampshire Field on the campus of Blair Academy in Blairstown, New Jersey, this is the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And today, it's the girls' lax home opener for the Blair Academy Buccaneers as they take on the Hill School Rams in a Maple League matchup. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Nelson running solo with you today. Very happy to have you with us on this Wednesday afternoon in northwestern New Jersey on what is a chilly and breezy early to mid-April game for these two squads, getting set to do battle. Blair Academy coming in at 1-1 on the season, and their first win of the year at Mercersburg after falling at Petty in their season opener just about 1 week ago. As for the Hill School Rams, Hill is 2-2 on the season, coming off a loss at home to the Petty Falcons, 12-10 in Maple League action. Their lone Maple game of the season. We'll take a look at the starting lineups real quick for Blair Academy. Up front, it's going to be Kate Antonelli. Keep an eye out for her. She has been the go-to player throughout the course of the early part of the year. And we'll talk more about her and our player to watch a little later on in today's broadcast. Emily Mooney taking the opening draw for Blair Academy. We get a whistle right on the opening draw. And a foul committed by Hill. Just about 10 seconds in. We're underway in the first 25-minute period. Blair Academy moving right to left on your monitor. A team coming off an 8-7 record in 2017. And their second consecutive year with a 1-4 record in the Maple. Bucks at possession, and now a foul committed here against Blair Academy will give it back to Hill. So the Rams will have their first offensive opportunity today. And Jess Cherokee will start things off. Dana Eccleston gets inside the 8-meter circle, now gets triple teamed on the far wing, and finally flips it behind net for Hannah Spees. Hill School moving left to right in the opening 25. Here's Eccleston. And Eccleston throws it away nearly into a Blair defender. Picked up off the turf by Spees. Now Forrest. Throws it back to Giovanna Tamburini. Tamburini with a spin move around her defender. Pass in front, shot deflected in front by Bersani. I believe that was Cherokee on the shot, but Cleo Bersani, the starting netminder for Blair Academy, comes up with the game's first save. That's Ellie Pinkerton getting knocked down on the far side of the field. Pinkerton out of nearby Gladstone, New Jersey. Also the home of Gil St. Bernard's, who the Bucks will play later on this season in our second and final girls' lax game here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Cherokee throws it away past the end line, and he'll stay. No, it'll actually go back to Blair Academy, they say. Looked like Tatum Eccleston was the closest player to that for the Hill School. Nonetheless, Blair Academy will have possession. No score 3 minutes in, as Blair and Hill compete in this Maple League matchup. And a ground ball picked off the turf by Blair Academy. This is Emily Neufer. Gets rid of it over to Pasternak, and now a clear opportunity successful for Mooney and company. Karina Benanti. Short pass, nearly thrown over Torres. And now the Buccaneers control it. Pinkerton Pass in front, shot and a score. It's Emily Mooney with the game's first goal. And Mooney has her 4th of the year. So a strong start by the Blair Academy offense as Emily Mooney found some space from roughly 4 meters away from net and was able to fire it past Maria Sweeney for the game's first goal. It's 1-0 Buccaneers. So now Mooney will go in the circle to take her first draw of the afternoon. Ball still loose, whistle comes in. And it appears Blair Academy will have it on the restart. Racing down the field with it is Jade Torres. And Torres loses the handle, picked up by Tanner Eccleston, excuse me. Tanner, the younger sister of Tatum. Tatum being the sophomore and Tanner a freshman. Loose ball picked up by Antonelli. Antonelli running around to the right side, and there's a foul on Antonelli as she runs into her Hill defender. That's Jess Newmeyer out of Boyertown, Pennsylvania. Howard throws it away, and a ground ball picked up by Victoria Benanti. Benanti racing down the near sideline, gets checked up from behind. A foul on Hannah Spees. So Benanti will have it on the restart. Another set of sisters in this game with Blair Academy, Karina and Victoria. Twin sisters, they're both juniors out of Tenafly, New Jersey in the Bergen County area. Victoria throws it away and a ground ball picked up by Spees. Spees running down the field. In transition, now she'll hold up and reset the tempo. 1-0 Blair Academy, 19.5 remaining first half. Emily Mooney with the game's lone goal for Blair. Here's Dale Price, her first touch out of Chestertown, Maryland. Obviously a state very well known for its youth and talent of lacrosse players, and of course all the schools located not just in the Maryland area but also in our nation's capital as well. Foul from behind against Hill. Mooney was the player fouled for Blair. Long pass retrieved by the Bucks. Low shot and another goal. This time it's Jordan Humphrey with her 4th of the season. 2-0 Blair Academy with 18:41 first half. Very strong start here for Blair Academy. Able to find an open teammate, and this time it's Humphrey, the Andover, New Jersey native, providing the team's 2nd goal of the afternoon. Coach, you hear in the background for Blair Academy, that's the assistant, Sarah O'Neill. Also the head coach for the field hockey program as Hill wins the draw control. Hauer loses the handle, gets it back. Now it's to Price. Tatum Eccleston. Eccleston trying to dodge her defenders. And Eccleston gets rid of it. Hauer looking for a shot, misses wide. It will stay on this side with the Rams. Hill School coming off back-to-back losses at home against the Academy of Notre Dame and their Maple opener against the Petty School Falcons. Free position, Hill, and a shot missed high off the stick of Hauer. Blair Academy in the home whites, Hill in the navy blues. Now Tanner Eccleston behind net, right at the edge of the crease. It's actually Tatum Eccleston. Tatum's got it back off the pass from Tamburini. Now Hauer. Shot misfired from Forrest, senior captain out of Summit, New Jersey. Certainly a top go-to destination for high school lacrosse as Tatum Eccleston finishes on the doorstep. And the Rams are on the board. It's 2-1 Blair Academy. Twelfth goal of the season for Tatum Eccleston. Eccleston out of Pottstown, Pennsylvania, right in the heart of Hill School territory. And potentially that could be a early game changer for Hill after Blair Academy got off to a quick 2-0 start with goals at the 25-24 mark and 18-41. Coming off the draw, it's won by the Hill School, and Cherokee carries the load. Cherokee gets pestered from behind, trying to tap it in the net, and she was fouled from behind by the Buccaneers. This is a free position for Jess Cherokee. Cherokee from the left wing, and she shoots it right between the legs. No, she didn't. It was a save made by Bersani. Everyone was waiting for Bersani to come up with the ball. She finally did, and prevents the Hill School from tying this game at 2. Big defensive save early on by Bersani. Torres in transition, quick pass in front. Ball is loose and picked up by Sweeney. Mariah Sweeney out of Elverson, Pennsylvania. Junior keeper who has made her commitment to the University of Delaware for the fall 2020. A school trying to make its way on the rise in the CAA to compete with the likes of James Madison and Townsend, two of the top women's lacrosse programs in the country. And you can hear the wind in the background, certainly picking up here in Blairstown. Quick shot taken by Hauer, and she's denied by Bersani as the ball ricochets toward the far side and picked up by the Buccaneers. Ground ball here for Victoria Benanti, and the Buccaneers have a chance to clear it out. Pasternak down the middle of the field in a 2-1 Blair Academy advantage. Foul comes in. This will be against Hill. And it'll be a free position for the aforementioned Pasternak. From the left wing, Pasternak's 8-meter shot gets by Sweeney and goes into the back of the net for the goal. 5th goal of this season for S.E. Pasternak, and Blair Academy takes a 3-1 lead.
Yo, mids. You're all mids. All 3 of you. You're all middies. Yes? No, hold them back. Jade, you good? Our ball here, White. Our ball here, White.
Blair Academy on top now, 3-0 courtesy of S.E. Pasternak's free position goal. And now Hill School coming off the draw control win. Low shot attempt taken by the Hill School Rams. I believe that was Dale Price. Blocked by Bersani, and now a foul comes in. No free position here for the Rams, as the Chestertown, Maryland native Dale Price will have it coming on the restart. Here's Tatum Eccleston getting rid of it over to Logan Clouser. Clouser, a freshman out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, in the Lehigh Valley region. Here's Cherokee. Good spin move. Now Howard. Foul comes in. This will be I believe it's on Hill. Yes, it is. It's a free position. The foul, rather, is on Blair, and now Leah Forrest, senior captain, will take the free position opportunity. Forrest fires left, misses wide, and Hill will keep it with 12.5 remaining first period. Here's Tatum Eccleston. Now Price flips it up top. Tabarini. Quick pass in front as Howard gets pestered from behind by the Buccaneers defense. Foul comes in, it's on Blair. So now Howard with a free position to make it a 1-goal game. Howard fires high and goes top shelf for the goal. Jordan Howard with her 13th goal of the season. And the Rams make it a 1-goal deficit with 11:42 remaining in the first. Tabarini in the circle for Hill, taking the draw. Going up against Jade Torres, who comes down and corrals the draw control for Blair Academy. Whistle is against Blair Academy. I don't believe the clock ever moved coming off the draw. Clock still 11:42. Meanwhile, play resumes. Now a foul coming in against the Hill School. Or is it? Yep, they have a foul issued against the Rams. And Blair Academy coming off the restart. Scoreboard operator fixing the game clock, so now it's down to about 11:20. So they took about 15 seconds or so off the clock, so it should be at normal. And now the Rams have a chance to tie the score. It's 3-2 Blair Academy, 11 to play, first period. Here's Klauser. Klauser maneuvering past her defender, shooting low and misfiring wide to the right side. Now the restart here for Cherokee. Price. Tabarini. Here's Hauer. Hauer. Still with it. Jogging behind the cage after being defended by Emily Mooney. Here's Forrest as Hill looks to try and slow down the tempo just a bit right here. Price working her way towards net. A foul comes in before the bouncer from Price. It'll be a foul on Blair. Free position for Price to try and tie the score. Price with a bouncer, and she ties the game at 3 with 9:19 to go, first period. Back-to-back free position goals for the Hill School Rams, and just like that, it's a brand new ball game here in Blairstown, New Jersey.
Yo, Zora! Middies, back to OG. So 2 of you of 3. Trying to feel good? Okay, men, you were mid.
Torres will head back to the draw circle, take it for Blair Academy, and she'll go up against Giovanna Tamburini, coming in with 15 draw controls on the season, 42 goals for her career, including 7 here in 2018.
Our ball here, White. Come on.
Tabarini batting the ball down with her stick, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. This is Chloe Rayer, sophomore from Philadelphia, with her first draw control of the season. Off the turnover, here's Hill trying to go out in front first time, and Logan Klauser doing just that, shooting low in a transition opportunity. And it's 4-3 Hill School taking their first lead this afternoon. First it was Price to tie the game 3-3. And now Logan Klauser with her 4th goal of the year to give the Hill School their first lead this afternoon. Trying to break out of a 2-game losing streak. Blair Academy trying to win the draw this time around. Looks like that was Pasternak or Torres trying to pick up the loose ball. Instead, it's Cherokee who does it for Hill. Hill's 2 wins this year were at PDS, 17-7 win over the Panthers. And then their home opener just a week ago, winning by 11 over the Friends Central School. So a 3-0 run here for the Hill School. And a really good defensive opportunity here for Blair Academy to stop the momentum. Here's Forrest with a low shot, saved by Bersani. And Bersani finally picks up the ground ball. And Blair Academy is going to have it. '22 saves on the year for Bersani coming in. She'll head up to Brunswick, Maine to play squash for the Bowdoin College Polar Bears. D3 school in the infamous NESCAC Conference. I'm sure our own producer Simon Rose remembers a little joke we had around this time a year ago during the Prep B Boys Lax Final. PDS had a lot of D3 commits on their team, so I quizzed him. Wanted to know if he knew what Bowdoin's mascot was. He said the Bears. He was really close. I was impressed, but nonetheless, yes, Polar Bears is quite the mascot up in Brunswick, Maine, home of Bowdoin College. Clouser goal line extended for a moment as Hill has a 4-3 lead over Blair in this Maple action. Loose Paul off the misfire by Forrest is picked up by Blair, who gets the ground ball and heads the other way. Off the Hill turnover. Ullman throws it over the head of Mooney, and the ground ball picked up by Hill. This is Samantha Shoebottom out of Scarborough, Maine. There's Clouser. Foul and a push on Blair Academy. So Clouser with a free position coming her way. She scored on the team's last free position opportunity. And she misfires this one to the left side. Here's Liz McMurray. Pass in front. That one went to Tana Meckelston and then broken up by Blair Academy. It's Peyton Barksdale, sophomore defender, who gets the ground ball and the cause turnover for Blair Academy. Here's Humphrey. She'll work behind the cage with under 5 to go here in the opening period. Loose ball goes across the end line. It'll stay here with Blair.
Jersey!
This is Ellie Pinkerton, senior captain out of Gladstone, New Jersey. Now Torres. Pinkerton behind net. And she throws it away. A steal picked up by Jordan Hauer. Hauer in transition. Pass in front to Speece. And now McMurray with a chance to sell down the tempo for the Hill School Rams. There's Tabarini, knifing her way through traffic. Now it's Speece. Speece works around a defender, make that 2 more, and she'll drive to the near sideline. Cherokee picks up the loose ball, pass in front. McMurray shot defended by Bersani. Excellent stop there by the Blair netminder and Cleo Bersani. Clouser's pass deflected by Speece, or rather by Blair. Speece picks up the loose ball. And Hill gets it back, coming up on 2.5 to play in the first half. McMurray draws contact from Victoria Benanti. McMurray off the restart, quick pass in front, and the shot by Cherokee is saved by Bersani. Emily Norford nearly threw it away. Loose ball picked up by Humphrey. And now Mooney.
Can you give me 2 more minutes? Okay.
He'll stay here at Blair Academy as the ball goes across the end line.
Here we go. Here we go. 2 minutes. See, let's go. Let's go.
And now the Bucks throw it away. Ground ball picked up by Tamburini. Here's Olivia Sela. Home game for her out of Blairstown, New Jersey, as Hill able to extend their lead with 1:24 to go. It's 5-3 Rams. First goal in about 7.5 minutes for the Hill School. Blair hasn't scored since 14:06 remaining in the first. Key draw opportunity coming up here for Pasternak. She's got to win this one for Blair if they want to make it a 1-goal game coming in the half. And Pasternak makes it look easy. Right in the circle. Right in the middle of the letter B in Blair. Here's Humphrey with a low shot. Saved by Sweeney. Loose ball picked up by Hill, and now a foul. They stop the clock with a $1:09 to go.
Get to the middle.
And the Rams have it on the restart. Cherokee fires it over the head of Forrest. And it goes right back to Blair. They'll have about a minute remaining to try and make it a 1-goal game. And if time is of the essence, potentially a chance to tie the score.
Hey, Jade, I want you on that 2 if you can get there. Yo, Jade, switch with Zora. Jade, switch with Zora.
Humphrey's got it. And now it's Antonelli. Haven't talked about her that much. Team's leading scorer with 7 goals on the year.
When it comes back over,
Coming off a career high 5 goals last time out at Mercersburg. 20 seconds.
Yes.
Stumbling to her knees on the shot was Jay Torres. Foul issued against Hill. And now a free position for Torres. This to make it a 1-goal game. And the bouncer finds its way through. Jade Torres with her 4th goal of the season. Buccaneers with their first goal in about 14 minutes. It's 5-4 Hill. Also the 2nd straight free position goal for Blair Academy. And the soon-to-be Navy midshipman makes it a 1-goal game with 15 seconds remaining. It's now Pasternak. And it's going to be Howard to win the draw control. Less than 10 seconds. McMurray's got to hurry. 4, 3, 2. Low bouncer from Cherokee, no good, and that'll do it. Hold everything. A whistle comes in before time expired. So they will give Hill 1 second to work with. And Tatum Eccleston will be goal line extended. And that'll do it. Not even a free position opportunity, but Eccleston with barely enough time to try and extend the Rams' lead. Halftime here at Blair Academy. It's 5-4 in favor of the Hill School in a back-and-forth contest here in Blairstown, New Jersey. You're watching high school lacrosse right here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Back here in Blairstown, New Jersey, where Hill has a 5-4 lead here over Blair Academy. And our player to watch for Blair Academy certainly has not really had a very exciting first half of action. It's Kate Antonelli, the sophomore out of nearby Blairstown, New Jersey. She leads the way with 7 goals on the season, but yet none today. See how much of an impact she'll be able to make here in the final 25 minutes in Blairstown, New Jersey. Well, this game has certainly had a back and forth kind of feel to it. Blair Academy jumped out to a 3-0 lead early on, or rather a 2-0 lead. Hill got one back, and then Blair took a 3-1 lead before Hill went on a 3-0 run in about an 8-minute span, including 2 goals that were less than 30 seconds apart from each other. Blair went scoreless for about 14 minutes or so in the game, and now they've got a chance to come back from behind and pull out the victory to go at 2-1 on the season. First free position of the second half, rather the first draw control of the second half, is won by the Buccaneers. And Jay Torres picks up the ground ball for Blair Academy. Here they go left to right, trying to fight their way from behind after leading by as many as 2 early on. Here's Torres over to Karina Benanzi. Here's Mooney flipping it back to Torres. You see Hill's defense playing very tight right around that 8-meter circle, which is the yellow lines here on Hampshire Field. There's Pinkerton with that knee brace on the right side. Quick pass to Pasternak, who misfires, and a save made by Sweeney. Teams are actually playing the red colored lines here at Hampshire Field. The blue lines, in case you're wondering, are reserved for men's lacrosse. I believe the yellow is used for soccer. Although the varsity soccer teams don't play on Hampshire Field as much. They play on the field just behind us. Foul comes in against the Hill School. There'll be a restart for Karina Benanzi. Now Victoria Benanzi. Check that, it's Antonelli. There's Pasternak. Getting pressured by Tabarini. Pasternak gets rid of it. Torres, shot. Are they going to count it? Referees do not. They'll take it away from Torres. And she will instead have a free position from the top of the 8-meter. This to tie the game at 5. Torres goes lefty and bounces it wide. Blair Academy will have it. About 3 minutes into the second period. Here's Mooney. Back to Pasternak. Pasternak working around the double team. Quick pass in front. And the shot by Pinkerton, saved by Sweeney. Couple of players tripped up on the far side of midfield, and they issue a foul against Cherokee. Jess Cherokee sophomore out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Already making her athletic commitment to the Penn State Nittany Lions for ice hockey beginning in the year 2020. Low shot taken by Antonelli. And that's across the end line. It'll be Blair Academy possession. Better yet, it'll be a free position for Blair and the aforementioned Antonelli. Antonelli ties the game at 5 on the free position opportunity. After being held scoreless in the opening 25 minutes, she's got her 8th goal of the season and her first this afternoon.
That started with you. Hey, Al, so on those, we need white in case it's a rebound, right? On right meter.
Well, in recent years, the Hill School has not been very kind to Blair Academy, and when it comes to girls lacrosse, they have won the last 4 meetings against these Buccaneers, winning last year's matchup 10-7 in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, the home of the Rams. Interestingly enough, I had a chance to speak with Hill's head coach Shannon Swoyer pregame, and we talked about the early part of the season, how this team has not only had to acclimate to some of the early season temperatures, but the pregame practices and the preseason workouts. Well, their fields, who I have to admit are very well done, excellent athletic turf they have at Pottstown, PA. However, the school does not allow for their turf fields to be plowed when there's snow. Very interesting, as the fact that Hill had to practice for the most part indoors during preseason workouts. Quick shot by Hill and a save by Bersani. That was Jess Cherokee. We talked about her quite a bit for Hill. Trying to give Hill the lead right back. Loose ball right the doorstep. Tambourine was going for it. They blew the whistle.
Everyone in white, everyone in white. Peyton, watch your back. You got 2, you both ball and go.
So it will be Hill possession. This is not a free position. And the bouncer by Forrest, blocked by Bersani. Good pass from Tamburini. She found Forrest, who was wide open inside the left wing. But Forrest unable to capitalize. And we remain deadlocked at 5.
Here we go, D. Here we go, D. Hey, wait, let's get this.
Here's Howard.
Kate, 50, S up.
Howard had a free position goal early on to try and begin a comeback rally for Hill. About midway through the first. Price on the drive, and she gets fouled inside the 8-meter circle.
All in here, white, all in here, white.
Not a free position because Price was fouled from outside 8 meters. Excellent defense by Blair. They've got the ground ball. It's Barksdale who wins the battle. And now Barksdale throws it away. Tanner Eggleston with the pick.
Let's mark white, Mark White.
Hill trying to take a 6-5 lead. And now Hill looking to spread out the offense. Tamburini. Here's Howard. Foul comes in, as does a flag from one of the officials. and this will definitely be a free position.
Head up here, Kay, head up.
Howard from the right wing. This to give Hill a 6-5 lead. And Howard misfires.
Box is here. Come on, box. Let's go.
There's Forrest. High atop the key and near steal by Blair. Look at Victoria Benanti going in for some hefty defense. And Benanti comes away with the cost turnover and the ground ball for Blair. Benanti still with it. Works her way out of the double team. Another double team coming as Tatum Eccleston was trying to help Forrest out in the backfield. Foul against Hill. Blair Academy will have it. And Victoria Benanti playing some really good offense and defense for Blair over these last 45 seconds or so.
Finish this play, but once it's settled, pull back to low D. Finish the scoring play, though. Man on!
Another steal by Hill. This is Tanner Eccleston with the ground ball. Quick pass in front, and McMurray's got the goal. Liz McMurray with her second goal of the year, fourth of her career. And Hill's got a 6-5 advantage.
Hey, Noif! Noif! You guys are mid. Mooney, James, S, mid.
You hear the coaching staff of Allie Dowie and Sarah O'Neill. Dowie speaking with Emily Neufer, who will check out. By the way, credit our producer Simon Rose with excellent positioning of that crowd mic right around midfield. You've got a cable wire coming all the way from here in the press box right down onto the field. Just to give you an idea of what the coaches are talking about and how they sound in these kind of situations. 15.5 remaining. 6-5 Hill in a very tightly contested game. It's seen its share of back and forth action. Both teams looking for a win here in Maple League action. Hill is 0-1 in the Maple after they dropped a home match against Petty this past weekend in Pottstown. Hill coming in at 2-2. They've lost their last two games. As Howard misfires a shot right on the doorstep. Nice defense by Bersani. Blair Academy in the meantime, they are 1-1 on the season. Both of their games coming against Maple opponents. Season opener was in Heightstown where they lost at Petty 14-4, and then picking up their first win of the year at Mercersburg down in South Pennsylvania. 17-11 the win in Mercersburg, PA. Here's Spies. Nearly throwing it away. Price deflected it, but then picked it back up.
Go! Go, Chloe! Get up, Alex. Circle.
Here's Tanner Eccleston.
Ready, Bean! Hey, this is the play I want to run. Go get it.
And the Hill School throws it away off the turnover. Nice ground ball by Victoria Benanti. And Benanti gets rid of it. Pasternak being chased from behind by Dale Price. Pasternak with the clear. Pasternak. Goal line extended. Pass deflected in front by Newmeyer. Sweeney's got it. O'Neill looking for a foul against Sweeney. That's Sarah O'Neill, Blair's assistant coach. It'll be a restart for the keeper, Sweeney. You don't see that a lot at any level of lacrosse, but Mariah Sweeney able to restart the tempo for the Rams. Here's Price. Price trying to work around Victoria Benanti. As we are less than 13 minutes away from the end of this one, Giovanna Tamburini trying to give the Hill School some insurance. She does so with her 8th goal of the year. It's 7-5 Rams.
Defense, we're in lunch. Mids, we're in lunch.
Pasternak back in the circle for Blair Academy. Going up against the aforementioned Tabarini for Hill. And Tabarini makes it look really easy, corralling it inside her stick to win the draw control.
Kate, if you're there, you gotta
So a
go.
7-5 lead for the Rams.
We're getting beat.
Looking to win their 5th consecutive match over the Buccaneers, dating back to 2014.
Oh!
This is Forrest drawing the double team and
Lunch!
getting rid of it. Hill looking to reset the action. Chiaroki splitting defenders, firing right side and scoring. What a goal for Jess Chiaroki. Ninth goal of the year for Chiaroki. Timeout on the field taken by Blair Academy. We'll keep it right here, as the Hill School is now on a 3-0 run, including 2 goals in a 46-second span. Take a look at our coach's corner. It's on Blair Academy head coach Allie Dowie, her 3rd year out of Bates College, teaching chemistry here at Blair Academy. General and analytical chemistry, to be exact. Former captain and starter at Bates, working really well with Sarah O'Neill since making her trip to Blairstown just 3 years ago. These two coaches have certainly developed quite the relationship over the last few years, not only in the sport of lacrosse, but also in field hockey, where Sarah O'Neill is the head coach and Allie is the assistant. Well, in the springtime, these two coaches reversed those roles, and they have done a solid job balancing not only the subjects they teach, but also the sports they coach throughout the course of the academic year. So a timeout here for Blair Academy as the Buccaneers look to win their 2nd game in a row, their 1st on their home turf here in 2018. So coming out of the break, 3-0 run by Hill. They lead by 3 with just over 12 minutes to go in regulation. Along with our entire PBPSN crew, I'm Matt Nelson. Very happy to have you with us on the campus of Blair Academy for our 2018 spring season opening broadcast. First of several games that will be streaming live for you here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network here at Blair Academy. It'll be a while before we are back on the lax field for the girls' side. Buccaneers will take on Gill St. Bernard's later on this month, or rather later in the season, right in the midst of championship week, if you would. But as we take a look at the upcoming schedule, obviously another key Maple game coming up against the Hun School Raiders. They're actually in action right now against Petty. We'll see if we can get an update for you from the Mercer County area. PDS next. That's their first non-league game of the year. And then a big match against Lawrenceville, a team that year in and year out, one of the teams to beat in the Maple.
Yes. Yes.
Non-conference game at Kittatinny, and then their first scheduled date for the Prep A state tournament.
So Zora, you gotta be going now because that was coming here.
Again, Petty and Hun playing today as well. The Falcons 2-0 in the Maple, 3-0 on the season. They and Lawrenceville, the only undefeated schools in Maple competition coming in. The Big Red are 2-0 as well. They've won their first 5 games to date. They have a day off before they head back on the field later this week. And an update from down in Mercer County. Hun actually leading Petty 7-3 at halftime. A big early season upset on the horizon for the Raiders. Hun 0-1 in the Maple, coming in 2-2 on the year, and trying to knock off one of the top teams in the Maple. Less than 9.5 minutes remaining. And now a chance for Blair Academy to tie the game. Pasternak, stick save by Sweeney. Loose ball on the deck. And a foul comes in, it's Hill ball. Daberini over to Jess Gesthauser. Rather, Tess Gesthauser, her first time out on the field out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Pretty reasonable drive to Hill's main campus in Pottstown. Here's Tannen Meckelson, defended by Karina Benanti. Here's Forrest. Oh, Tanner Eccleston had it, lost control. She gets fouled. Or does she not get fouled from behind? They're going to rule a foul against Hill. It was actually Jordan Hauer who was trying to get the score, but then fell down over on the left side.
So Nina, that's one, yeah? Okay. Chloe, doesn't matter. Just a number. 12! 12!
Here's McMurray.
Yes!
And a save for Bersani. I believe that was Chiaroki trying to get the goal that time for Hill. But Blair Academy's defense able to make the stop at the right time. They trail by 3. 7:10 remaining here in Blairstown. Obviously a very key Maple matchup early in the season for both teams. This to make it a 2-goal game, but a misfire off the stick of Zora Beisel. Initially listed in the starting lineup as an attackman, but then head coach Allie Dewey making a last-minute audible by inserting Jade Torres into the starting lineup at the last minute. Outlet pass from Sweeney, brought down by Chiaraki. Here's Eccleston, that's Tatum. And Tatum Eccleston makes it a 9-5 game. largest lead for the Rams with 6:13 remaining. And Hill getting closer and closer to tasting that first Maple win of the season.
Two of you are feeling fastest back every time. Between the four of you. Let's go, Bob!
Coming out of the draw, still loose, and it's going to be Blair Academy ball. Emily Mooney on the restart. Mooney out of Kinnelon, New Jersey. Here's Torres. Torres with a wild shot, and it goes in. And they're going to wave it off. Torres will not get credit for the goal. There was a foul issued. Waiting to see which side it's on. And instead, there's an injury on the field. A Hill School player is down. The Rams assistant coach, Elizabeth Sitko, is on the field. And while they assess the hurt, we'll step aside. Hill School with a 4-goal lead. 5:44 to go here in the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Back here at Blair Academy, and while we were away, you saw the Blair Academy athletic training staff escorting Jess Newmeyer off the field as she was fouled heavily. Appeared to have assessed some kind of knee injury as they were holding either her left or right knee, not sure as to which one to be exact, but Jess Newmeyer escorted off the field, and she will likely miss the rest of this game. They put in Liz McMurray in place of Newmeyer for the final 5.5 minutes. It's a 10-5 game, and it appears as though they did count that last goal for the Hill School.
Three of you are back. Okay? Three of you are back.
So coming out of the draw, Hill's got it.
Kate!
And it's Cherokee who wins the draw control for Hill.
Your job is to get open. Push that pace. HP! Too late.
Here's Klauser.
We'll take that.
And Klauser Draws the foul. And they're going to issue a yellow card to Blair Academy. First yellow card of the afternoon. And it'll be issued to Hannah Staropinski. Staropinski just came into the game. And so Blair will be down a man for the next 2 minutes. And just like that, Blair Academy able to capitalize. Check that, Hill School able to capitalize and get the goal. It's 11-5. So the Rams running away with this game late in the game after they trailed by as many as 3 early on. They've extended their largest lead to 6. And Clouser picks off the draw control. Check that, it's Jordan Hauer out of Kennett Square, PA.
That's why we're out. We're out, wait!
Now Clouser.
We're out, wait!
High pass thrown over the head of Forrest.
And she's hurt. We're out, wait! We're out, wait!
Here's Clouser. Clouser with a bouncer. Don't believe that'll count. Whistle blew before the ball went in. So it'll be a free position for the aforementioned Clouser. Clouser winds, fires, and a block by Bersani.
Work! Al, your top is stacked. Let's go get him. Work, White! Work, White!
Ground ball picked up by Tanner, by Tatum Eccleston. And the shot misses wide.
Today, White! Jordan. New ball, new ball! We get a stop clock. Thank you. Need new ball? Sorry. She got it, everyone. Work, White!
Staropinski is still in the penalty box for about the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, Han, you're on
Barksdale on the whistle.
What is your time? Nina.
Staropinski is due back in at the 3:02 mark. So less than 20 seconds remaining on the power play.
We're out, White!
Tanner Eccleston's got it.
We're out, White!
Check that, it's actually Tatum. Very hard to pick the 7 from the 11. Here's Price.
8 p.m.
Staropinski returns to action, so the power play is over for Blair Academy.
8 p.m. We're marked. Let's go.
Barksdale picks up the ground ball. 2:40 to go here in Blairstown.
D, where's your ball?
And at this point, if you're Blair Academy, the best thing you can hope for is some sort of miracle, as it has been all Hill School over the last 30 minutes, if not more.
We're marked.
Here's Howard. Defended by Pasternak. Howard gets away from Pasternak. Make that one more defender. Howard going top shelf. And it's a 12-5 game. Jordan Howard putting the finishing touches on this one with her second of the afternoon. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining here from Blairstown, New Jersey. As Hill Now out to a touchdown advantage over the Buccaneers.
Our ball light. Our ball light. You got her, Kate. You got her, Kate. Let her. Watch your feet. You're good. You're good.
Hard foul near the near sideline.
HPMF, let's go!
It was committed by Blair Academy.
Yes, Cal. HP, move, Vic, go, Vic!
No further updates, by the way, on the Petty-Hun matchup.
Callie out.
Last check of the score, Raiders have a 7-3 halftime lead over the Petty Falcons. No upset here for the Hill School, as the Rams are 90 seconds away from their first Maple League victory of the year. Jordan Howard getting fouled. And they'll stop the clock off that foul. Remember, when the clock is under 2 minutes in regulation, the foul will not only, or rather the clock will not only stop on the goal, but also for each whistle that is blown. Here's Forrest. Back to Howard. Tanner Eccleston's got it. Now throws it over to Forrest on the far side. And at this point, it's a game of keep away for the Rams. 1 minute remaining from Blairstown. Tamburini. Now it's Howard. Tanner Eccleston's got it. And now it's behind the net for Riley Bauer. Quick look at the upcoming schedule for the Hill School Rams. They'll head back home to Pottstown and play host to Mercersburg in a Saturday night affair under the lights at 6 p.m. Now, the Rams were supposed to go to Hun on the 18th. That game has been postponed to the 26th, so the Rams will have about a week off before they return to action against Baldwin. And then Moravian Academy later in the month of April. So the Hill School Rams with a 12-5 victory over Blair Academy here this afternoon. Huge second half effort for the Hill School as they managed to get 6 goals on the board. Big second half effort for the Rams as they will improve to 3-2 on the year with the win. 1-1 in Maple competition. Meanwhile, Blair and the Buccaneers dropped to 1-2. And 1-2 as well in the Maple. So, again, Hill with the win here on the road against Blair Academy. We will see if we can get a word with Ali Dowie in a minute. Simon Rose is on his way down to see if he can talk to the head coach. We'll come back and wrap things up in just a moment. Back here in the Play-by-Play Sports Network, a 12-5 loss here from Blair Academy in their 2018 home opener. We're trying to get a word with Blair head coach Ali Dowie, but she has declined a post-game interview, so That will just about do it here from Blair Academy and Hampshire Field. Again, Blair Academy dropping a 1-2 overall and in the Maple League with the loss. Hill School advancing to 3-2 and 1-1 in conference play. Our next broadcast of Blair Academy Girls Lacrosse will come your way on Saturday, May 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern, when the Buccaneers will take on the Knights of the Gill St. Bernard School. That will do it here for the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Now, for our entire crew, I'm Matt Nelson saying so long from Hampshire Field, where your final score is Hill 12 and Blair 5. This has been a special presentation of the Play-by-Play Sports Network.